Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. I just have to apologise for the background noise of a fan. It's bloody hot here in Brisbane. It's probably already 30 degrees, so I've got a fan running, and if you hear a bit of background noise, I apologise for that. Also apologise that I've zoomed the camera out. I've got a bit of probably most unusual piece in my collection. I'm giving a bit of a show here today. This is my reproduction warhammer. One of my oldest friends actually made this for me, and I just wanted to show it to you. I've always been fascinated with these sort of weapons. They are weapons. And I'd long looked at the cold steel warhammer, but I never wanted to really buy one. But my mate got into forging years ago and decided that he could make one for me. So I went and bought I think it was a 32-ounce ball peen hammer that he made it from, and this is what he came up with. It's basically he just forged it out of a ball peen hammer, and I was blown away by the results of what he came up with. It's brutally effective. I've slammed it into a few things. An old tyre. We had an old tyre here at the house that I got from my car, and I slammed it in the spike into it, and it buried itself straight through it. And I was so impressed by the penetrative power of that alone, and I could see why they used it against plate mail armour, because the spike or the hammer head was so good at penetrating. And that's what these were used against. Swords weren't really effective against plate mail armour, so they went over to these hammers, war hammers mainly, maces and hammers. And that's why, not that I'm ever going to go up against plate mail armour, but I always wanted one for my collection. So anyway, so he made me one up. But anyway, I didn't get they usually had languettes, which are just pieces of metal put on here so you can't cut the heads off. Gave it a bit of protection on the shaft. But I haven't put the languettes on it. I don't think I'll ever will. That's the handle, frame, close up of the head. He did a really good job. The spike. And it's just been blued. I'm having trouble fitting it in the frame, sorry. Camera won't focus now. All the way around, and he made the shaft up. I think it was just from a matic handle or whatever it was, but he shaped it all up and forged the head. Overall, he did a really good job of it. I'm really happy with it, the way it came out. That spike, just really good. It does rust a little bit. I'll put more oil on it again. I took it all off again, but on the bottom here, you can see it's got a little bit of rusting issues. I'll give it a bit of a rub, bit of rub with some sandpaper, with some steel wool again, and re-oil it again and that. But it just sits in my room. But I always been fascinated by these sort of things. And when he said he'd make one up for me, I jumped on the chance. I'm glad I did. The only thing I would have liked, and with the cold steel ones, they've got the little protrusions so it doesn't skate off the plate mail as they hit it, because this one would do, but not that I'm ever going to. As I said before, I'm never going to go up against someone with plate mail, but that's the idea. I would have liked it. Would have had little protrusions, but it's neither here nor there, but yeah, this is the way he did it. But overall, I'm really happy with the piece. It's just a really interesting piece to have in your collection. Reproduction warhammer. Anyway, I just thought I'd show it off. This is probably the most interesting piece I have in my collection. And I have it just sitting in my bedroom. Anyway, just show all the way around it. One last bit. That's my reproduction warhammer. Gift from a friend. Thanks for watching.